You're a lifesaver.
It's 8 p.m.
It's actually started. Or should we just do it over it here?
Yes.
I think we should do it over here.
But how do you register? How are you? So, what about the questions you're going to be asking?
That's on my phone.
Yeah, it's supposed to be where you know. It's just just record it and keep it. It's actually started. I'm not in the right frame of mind. Well, this, I don't have to. We have the benefit of editing if we have to, anyways.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another session. Hello. Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another session of our webinar. Today, we are going to be talking about leveraging digital marketing for your real estate business. Stay tuned, and we are going to be giving you important tips to elevate your business. Here with me on this webinar is Mr. Kiami Abiodun, who is also a co-founder, who is the founder of Sting Media. I think I should actually start by introducing myself. My name is Joshua Sego. I'm a business development executive here at Sting Media. And Mr. Kiami, can you kindly introduce yourself?
Yes, so my name is Bjorn Akiemi, like you said. I happen to help, or over here we help real estate firms to achieve their goals. Basically, we help them with marketing and sales solutions. Basically, we help you. At the end of the day, you're able to smile to the bank. Like I always tell people that nothing happens in any organization until someone sells something, and so we are very focused on helping you with your marketing sales strategies to help you actually close that sale. So that's what we're about. By the way, I have a background in estate management, and extensively we've done projects for different real estate companies, helping them with marketing and sales solution. So that's it in a nutshell. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Thank you so much for that, Mr. Kemi. I think we should proceed by asking, important questions that we would like to hear. Attendees here would like to learn about, right?
Sure.
So, our first question is going to be: can you start by telling us why digital marketing is crucial for real estate businesses looking to attract quality leads for their business?
Well, we're in the digital age, and sometimes I think people sometimes really miss the point here. At the end of the day, it's marketing. It's about the business or the activities that helps you to gain attention, allow the customer to show intention, and ultimately take the desired action that you want. That's what it is about. It's about building profitable relationships with your intended customers. So, and the only difference here is that there are tools that makes it um, much more efficient, that makes it faster, that makes it easier, that makes it convenient. And these are basically digital tools that we actually use to actually achieve the same goals of of grabbing the attention of the intended leads or intended buyers, and ultimately allow them provide tools that allows them to actually signify interest, and also allows them, and employer tools also allows them to actually be able to take action also. So that's what it's about in a nutshell. It's when we say digital marketing, most times we're just employing digital tools and resources to actually drive marketing. So that's what it's about.
Okay. That's pretty much it. In summary, if we could mutually understand what you just said, digital marketing is employing digital resources, right, to attract leads online, and also try to convert them to be paying customers.
Sure.
All right. So moving to our next question, right?
Yeah.
These days, it is said that content is king, right? It is said that content plays a big role, right, in attracting leads. So, as a real estate business, right, and with a wealth of experience in the real estate industry,
Yeah.
what types of content are most effective for attracting quality leads?
Okay. So content is, for me, I would say that first, content must align with your goal. The kind of content that you create must align with your goal. There's content that you create if you want to attract attention. There's content that you're trying to create, that you try to create when you're trying to push the customer or the lead to show interest or show his intention. And there's kind of content that you create when you want them to take a certain action, a desired action. First and foremost, I think I would like us to expatiate what content really is. Content, in a nutshell, is basically what you can read, what you can listen to, what you can watch, and what you can experience. That is content. What we are doing right now is content. The podcast that you listen to is content. The YouTube videos that you watch is content. The blog posts that you read is content. What is on your website is content. So the lifeblood of digital marketing most times is content, and it's a mix of that content plus the channels that a lot of people usually refer to as digital marketing. In actual fact, is, like I said, is just what you can read, what you can listen to, what you can watch, and what you can experience. Now, to answer your question, like I said, it really comes down to So the objective you're trying to achieve. However, one of the things I have come to understand over time is that there are three pillars of content that you actually really need. And number one is you need to create educational content. Number two is you want to create inspirational content or inspirational / entertaining content. And number three, you want to create promotional content. So I'm going to explain each one to you one by one. Educational content is it is only when it is content that is created to expand your knowledge. Whether you want to be able to, the purpose of this is to puts you or the customer in such a position that he or she is problem aware, or he or she is solution aware. And that kind of content can be deployed via different channels. So when you're creating educational content, you are trying to raise up the customer to the point in which he or she is problem aware or solution aware, not just about the product or the property listing that you have, but even about the company, even about you yourself. They need to know. And because when you're able to do that, they're able to know you, like you, and trust you enough to be able to do business with you. So everything is channeled towards achieving that particular goal. And whatever medium or channel that the customer will best receive that information, that's what really you should be pursuing. So that's what educational content really is about. When it comes to, so let me give you an example of educational content. So when I tell you that these are the 5 things you should consider before buying property in Lekki or in Ikoyi, then you're aware. Maybe you didn't know before. And the lowest form of knowledge is first getting information, right? You need to position your company in such a way that you are the best. You provide so much value in terms of information to your clients, such that they can make potential clients, such that they can make a buying decision. You understand? If your objective is for them to actually buy, okay. So when it comes to the second part of it is inspirational or entertaining content, right? Now, when people get on, especially on digital spaces or digital channels, the purpose most times, except they get on things like, or they get on Google or the search engine, where they're actually doing research in which they actually want to be educated, right? What a lot of people usually do is that they actually go on social media because they just want to get entertained, they want to get inspired, and so they're scrolling through their feed, and somewhere along the line, there's an opportunity there, because as they're doing that, you can actually inspire them to actually take action. You can entertain them till they take action. So let me give you an example of that. So you could actually create a quiz or drop a joke or something, or a small skit that actually sends a message to the customer, right? Where he or she can actually make a buying decision. So you don't always have to be serious all the way. There's a lot of value that can be passed on, information that can be passed on by just entertaining. And when you come with when you're armed with the tool of entertainment or inspiration, you appear very harmless. Nobody is suspicious of you, because people don't like to be sold to, but people like to buy. And somewhere along that line, you endear them towards you endear them towards your brand by providing them entertaining and inspirational content. So example of that I may add is, you can say stuff like these are the 5 kind of neighbors that you need to avoid, right? So you see that you're actually providing information, but you could actually provide it in a very comical fashion, but then you're still able to pass on the message. So that is or you could say you could provide entertaining stuff, like you could show them someone's lifestyle in a particular property, right? And the person can actually reach for that goal, and so that person can look at your property listing and say, wow, this is the kind of life that I would like to live. So it inspires them to want to take action. Okay, so that's it for inspirational content. Now, when it comes to number 3 is promotional content. Now, this is a very, very important part, and I see a lot of people make mistake along this line. They are pursuing. I mean, something happened at some point in time, and we had to ask ourselves, as we said, and I think everybody that is doing any kind of content should ask themselves: are they trying to be popular, or are they trying to achieve their objectives? And the objective must be clearly defined. And for a business, the main goal of a business is to make money. The main goal of a business is to make money. It's not to entertain, it's not to educate, it's not to show how brilliant you are. No, it is to make money. Now, if you never ever get to a place where you can actually promote what you are selling or make an offer of what you are selling, right? Or people are not very clear as to what you are selling, how are they ever going to buy? How are they ever going to buy? So it is very important that they are able to understand that inside all of this content, the content game, it's very important that they know and they're very aware that constantly they must be able to put their products, which solves people's problems, which fulfills their needs, put in front of the clients, and then they can raise up their hand and say, I think I'm interested in that, I want to buy. But until you're able to do that on a consistent basis, not in an annoying fashion, because in fact, we even have a formula in Sting Media here where we say we do not have the right to sell to anybody unless we are provided value. So if we have not provided you enough information, we've not allayed your fears, we've not been able to inspire you, we've not been able to entertain you, we have not earned the right to sell to you. And that is why it's very important that we have a formula where we provide value, then we can make you an offer. Provide value, then make you an offer. So it must happen along that pathway, because if you're just promotional every single time you get on your WhatsApp, just send out your listings, at some point in time people are just going to get pissed and say, you know what, this guy is just very, very desperate. Let's let him go, right? And whenever they will cringe at every time that they see a message. So it's very important that you provide enough value, get people to be endeared to your brand and to you, and from there it's easy to have the sales or the promotional conversation.
All right, that's really great information, Mr. Kiemi.
Yeah.
We could gather that there are key important contents, right? You need to be able to attract quality leads.
Yeah, sure.
The first one is educational content.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is inspirational slash entertaining content.
Yeah.
And the third one, and most important, because that is the core of your business,
Yes.
is promotional content.
Yeah.
And I hope we all got the important information that we explained as well as each of them.
Sure.
So moving forward to our next question, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now we've talked about generating leads with content. Even in our previous webinar, we tried to talk about lead generation.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
But I think another key important thing that is crucial to one's real estate business is, once these leads are generated, right? What digital marketing strategies or tools can real estate companies use to convert these leads into clients effectively?
Well, that's a packed question. Are we talking about the strategies, or are we talking about the tools, or you want a combination of both?
Okay. Yes, I think we can do, because I'm sure there are going to be a lot of strategies, a lot of
if it's a strategies, we will not be able to finish here today. So I mean, the plethora of them, but I'll just mention a few, and how we can actually generate leads. Particularly in the real estate industry. Okay, so we can generate leads by, so honestly, The principle of lead generation is hinged on the principle of reciprocity. People need it is it is for me it's more blessed to give than to receive. You must be able to offer something of value in exchange for client's information, right? And what is the information that you need? Most times you need their name, you need their phone number, you need their email addresses, and you can layer that up. You don't need to collect all the information at once. As you're building a relationship with the customer, with the lead, you can be collecting more and more information. But I think one of the things that is most important here is that you should ask yourself, what do you have to give? And of course, a lot of people usually they're usually wondering like, okay, what do I really have to give? I'm not going to give it out away anyways. But I say that there are some certain things that you already have in your hands, you already have up there. Your experience is all valid and it's all valuable, but you might not consider it to be anything major simply because you basically have what you call proximity bias. You already know it, so it's not so valuable to you. But for the guy that wants to buy the property down the road, he or she does not know those things. He or she does not work in the real estate industry, does not know these things, and you may be dropping huge gems for them just because you are willing to share. And it's not just being able to just share information alone. There are other things that you can share. So for us to generate, we want to be able to earn the right for you to be able to indicate your interest. And now we're able to collect your information. And from there, that forms the basis of building a relationship with you. Part of which is, I could give you a couple of examples. So number one, you could create an event. You could create an open house event and can invite people. You could create a virtual tour of the property and allow people to come and say, come and see this property. You can, especially for our diasporan clients, you can actually organize a walkthrough tour of the particular property and let people have an experience of it without even being physically there. I mean, sometimes your best customers might actually be living in the UK. They might be living on the mainland, and you actually want to sell property on the island, and they don't want to have to go through the traffic. And that way, you're providing value for them, saving them their time and their money for them to actually even come over there, and they could actually have an experience. Now, that particular experience must be well curated because we want to make a very, very good first impression. So in exchange for that, you could actually you could organize that and actually be able to generate a lot of leads. Another thing that you could actually do is that you could actually create a scorecard. So let me give you an example. And so a scorecard basically is an objective measure where someone can know if they are eligible or they are suitable for a particular offering, or if they're actually ready for a particular thing, right? Now, most times, a lot of people usually put out surveys, put out questionnaires, but questionnaires is all about you. It's not really about the customer, right? Now, a scorecard, on the other hand, really it's totally about the customer. It's totally about the lead. And so let me give you an example. So you could create a scorecard that says something like, are you ready to actually have your first home? You may not know you're actually ready. So I'll give you a little story. I remember when I got my first car, I did not know I could actually afford a car at the time. I really didn't know. But it was when I actually realized over time that I was able to take taxis on a consistent basis without actually it burning holes in my wallet. And at some point in time, I did the math and I just added how much I had spent on taxis. And then there was no Uber at the time. And when I put the funds together, like, wow, I could actually do this, right? And that calculation gave me an objective measure as to my readiness to buy a car. And the same thing about buying a property. you may be paying rent of a particular value over time, and you actually realize that that money is actually enough for the equity for you to put down to actually be able to get a mortgage. So, but you may not just know. You may realize that the income that both of you or you and your spouse are pulling together can actually afford these things, or you may not know that your income is enough to actually maybe not get the very high end property, but get something that is mid scale. And just because you don't even have all this information put together, analyzed, you're you would not know that you're actually capable of doing these things. So the scorecard is actually another way in which you could actually do that. So another thing you could do, you could create webinars, you could create seminars on the opportunities that are available within certain markets or within certain locations, and your customers want to be able to know that. You could organize. Have I talked about open houses? That you could actually do. Yes, I said event. Then you could actually also create a checklist. You could create some kind of promo discounts. And of course, discounts always works all the time. And when people know that, okay, you know what, all you just need to do, this particular property is 50 million, but you just need to put a down payment of 5%. Whoever pays 10% right now, pays 5 million right now, will get to make save. Wouldn't have to buy for 50 million if you can pay up within the next 2 or 3 months. That kind of stuff. You can get people to come in and show intention, even if they're not able to make the final purchase, but they're able to indicate strong interest just because of the lead magnets or the lead generators that you put out there. So those are just a few. There are many there are a lot more. I mean, it depends on how creative you are, depends on your circumstance, depends on the type of property, the locations. There are many factors that will determine what kind of strategies that I use. So those are just a few that jumps out of my head right now regarding the lead magnets or tools or strategies you can actually use to actually generate quality leads for your real estate listings.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Kim, for sharing from your wealth of knowledge, right? It shows that you really experienced and gone through a lot of this.
Sure.
So I've shared so much information, right? So on our last question,
Yeah.
right? On our last question, we would like to ask, right? We talked about lead generation.
Yeah.
We talked about lead nurturing.
Yeah.
We talked about content marketing. Right?
Yeah.
So these are the current trends, right?
Yeah.
But right now we are also trying to project into the future, right? So our question is, what emerging trends in digital marketing do you see as going to be very impactful to the real estate business, to the real estate lead generation in the future?
Okay, so I think for lead generation basically is about allowing people to show signaling their interest, allowing them to raise up your hands and say, hey, I think I may be interested in what you're selling to me or what you want to sell to me. But I think the world has gone beyond the fact that we can just put out there some lead magnets, excite some people with some videos. But right now, we're now going to the age of data analysis and artificial intelligence, which actually helps us to make decisions. And I would say that, I mean, of course, I think everybody knows ChatGPT over here, of which you can, and I always say that the AI itself is only as smart as the questions that you ask it, right? You ask it, I mean, I always say that the quality of your life is a function of the kind of questions, the quality of the questions that you ask. So you can get a lot of information about how you can go about your strategies by using tools like this. You can, and of course, the system is constantly learning. With artificial intelligence, you can make very quality decisions as to what kind of lead magnets you should use, when you should reach out to the customer, who is the ideal customer. It can give you a lot of information that you can use moving forward. I'm not I'm not a tech person. However, I've seen that. I mean, there are tools that we presently use right now that doesn't just collect information of the customer, but these technologies is able to match the right property listing with the right customer profile. And I mean, there are tools that we're using right now that allows that to happen intuitively, right? The beauty of it is that it never gets tired. It's very efficient, it's very effective, and I think we're going to be seeing a lot of this, such that we're able to totally eliminate waste in terms of marketing and our sales efforts. So I think AI really is has come to stay, and sadly, it may replace some people's jobs, but AI is not going to take someone to on the site inspection. So don't be too worried about that. But yeah, I think it has come to stay.
All right. Thank you so much for giving us the projection into the future. We can only learn to, embrace and adopt it in our daily tasks.
Sure.
To make it faster.
Sure.
Right. So thank you so much for joining us on this webinar. Thank you so much to all our attendees. Thank you for taking out time to join this webinar, and I'm really sure you learned quite a lot, right? So I think we'll just take a moment to explain again what we really do here at Stain Media. Right, we are a digital and marketing. We're real estate sales. We're digital and okay. We are real estate. We are digital and we are marketing and sales. What are we saying?
This part, like me, I'm doing this.
Okay, we're marketing and sales company, particularly focused on servicing real estate companies, right? We help real estate companies achieve more, right? So in order for if you like to learn more about our services, you can schedule a consultation to speak to one of our business development executives, and we can show you and show you how we can help your business and elevate it. Thank you so much all, and we wish you all a great evening.
Thank you so much, guys. Cheers. Bye.